What goes on with, yes, there's a spike and there's a spike. But what is going on? Let me take some of these lines off. What is going on from this point to this point? Look at price. Look at volume. Volume goes. Now, I understand there's a transition period, but there's always a transition period. What's interesting to note, though, is look at this. Okay, volume comes down and then starts to spike up a little bit right there at the end, right? Just right here. You do that in a color you can actually see. Right there. Right at the very tippity tip, volume spikes up. Well, what's going on right there? What's going on is this. The market is making a high. Now, I don't certainly think we need to, get in here and micro evaluate this stuff, but let's just look at this. Volume is obviously coming down. As price gets into a high, what happens to volume? We get a sudden surge. Now, yeah, volume drops off again, but price is really just going sideways. There's really not a whole lot going on up there. Price is going sideways, and volume is dropping off. Now, volume starts to move. Volume is moving up. Price initially starts to move up, then price spikes right at the top. Volume spikes, price comes down. So we see price going up, volume coming down. We see price going down, volume coming up. This should be just obvious. As if this area here, whoops, I got that off a little bit. If this area here, where price is moving up, represented an area of more supply than demand, more demand than supply, price would follow through. Remember, I've talked about follow through. In the topping formations, what did we look for? Well, we looked for, these spikes, shooting star. There's a shooting star. All of this should be starting to come together. And I apologize, I was looking at the wrong date there. We're back here. But nonetheless, that's still a shooting star. So anyway, okay, price is moving up. Now volume, we get the volume spike. We get this increase into this down area. Now what are we looking for? We're looking for follow through. Now we do get one update here. Let me go ahead and erase these lines. Probably should have had this down. It was, you were seeing all the price action. You were not missing anything there. So this day here is the 26th. That comes in right in this area here. So we're looking at, roughly speaking, this area on the chart. What happens? Okay, price obviously is moving up. What's going on with volume? Well, volume is really kind of mixed. But so let's zoom in here so we can get some perspective on what happens. Let's look at literally where, because you can see obviously initially price did come down, and then price went up. So let's look and see what happens here. Okay, as price is coming down in this section, what's going on with volume? Well, volume really stays kind of constant, doesn't it? We're not getting any kind of spike highs or spikes. We're not getting any sudden increases in volume. We're just sort of seeing this sustained volume. Now, what do we see though? Price starts to move up. What happens to volume from this point on? Right in the gutter.